Snow fell in thick flakes over downtown on that December afternoon. Vanessa Moore pulled her ancient sedan to the side of Maple Street, steam billowing from under the hood. Her 5-year-old daughter Sophie sat in the back seat clutching her pink stuffed rabbit. "Mommy, why did we stop?" Sophie asked, her voice small with worry. Vanessa fought back tears of frustration. "The car's having trouble, sweetie. Give Mommy a minute." She got out, wrapping her tan coat tighter against the cold, and lifted the hood. Vanessa knew nothing about engines beyond where to add windshield fluid. She stared at the steaming mess of metal and hoses, feeling the weight of everything pressing down on her. Single mother, 2 jobs, bills piling up faster than she could pay them. And now this. Her phone had 5% battery, barely enough to call a tow truck she couldn't afford. She was supposed to pick up her second shift at the diner in an hour. Missing work meant losing money she desperately needed. Need some help? Vanessa turned to see a man approaching. Early 30s, with dark hair collecting snowflakes. He wore a charcoal wool coat over what looked like an expensive suit, but his expression held genuine concern, not judgment. "I'm not sure anyone can help," Vanessa admitted, her voice breaking. "I don't know what's wrong, and I can't afford a mechanic right now." The man moved closer, looking at the engine. "May I?" Vanessa stepped aside. He examined the engine carefully, touching various components, his breath visible in the cold air. "Your radiator hose has a leak," he said after a moment. "That's why it's overheating. It's a relatively simple fix, but you definitely can't drive it like this." "How much would that cost to fix?" Vanessa asked, though she was afraid of the answer. "Parts and labor? Probably $300 at a shop." Vanessa's shoulders sagged. $300 might as well be $3,000. She didn't have it. The man pulled out his phone. "Let me make a call." "I can't pay you back," Vanessa said quickly. "I appreciate the help, but I can't accept charity." He paused, looking at her with understanding. "Then let's call it paying forward. Someone helped me once when I needed it. This is my chance to do the same." Sophie had gotten out of the car and stood beside her mother, pink mittens clasped together. "Mommy, I'm cold." The man knelt down to Sophie's level. "Hi there. I'm Noah. What's your name?" "Sophie," she said shyly. "That's my mommy, Vanessa." "It's nice to meet you both," Noah said. He stood and made his call, speaking quickly to someone about a car that needed towing to a specific garage. "My mechanic will take care of it," Noah said when he hung up. "He'll fix the hose and do a full inspection to make sure nothing else is wrong. The tow truck will be here in 10 minutes. "I told you, I can't pay—" Vanessa started. "Consider it handled," Noah interrupted gently. "Marcus owes me favors. This barely counts as one." "Why are you doing this?" Vanessa asked, tears streaming down her face now. "You don't know us." Noah's expression grew distant, tinged with old pain. 5 years ago, my sister was stranded on the highway with her baby. A stranger stopped and helped, stayed with her until help arrived, wouldn't take any payment. 2 months later, she was diagnosed with cancer. She died last year. I never got to thank that stranger, but I promised myself I'd help others the way he helped her." Vanessa covered her mouth, unable to speak through her tears. "Mommy, don't cry," Sophie said, hugging her mother's leg. Noah pulled a business card from his wallet. "This has my number. When you get the car back, if you need anything else, call me. No strings attached, just helping when I can." The tow truck arrived. Noah spoke with the driver, clearly giving instructions. Vanessa heard him mention paying for everything. "I can give you both a ride," Noah offered. "Where do you need to go?" "The diner on 5th Street, Vanessa said. "I have a shift starting soon, but we've already taken so much from you." "It's on my way," Noah said, which was probably a lie. But Vanessa was too grateful and overwhelmed to argue. His car was a sleek black sedan, warm and comfortable. Sophie chattered the whole ride about her kindergarten class, about her favorite color being pink, about how her mommy worked very hard. Noah listened attentively, asking questions, treating Sophie like her words mattered. Vanessa watched this stranger engage with her daughter and felt something shift in her chest. Gratitude, yes, but also recognition of something rare, genuine kindness without expectation of return. At the diner, Vanessa thanked him profusely. Sophie hugged his leg. "Thank you for fixing our car," Sophie said. "You're very welcome," Noah replied. Take care of your mom, okay? She's special. Vanessa managed a watery smile. I don't know how to thank you properly. Just pay it forward someday when you can, Noah said. That's all the thanks I need. They watched him drive away, disappearing into the snowy evening. 2 days later, Vanessa got a call from Marcus's garage. Her car was ready. The radiator hose had been replaced, oil changed, new brake pads installed, minor electrical issue fixed. How much do I owe? Vanessa asked, bracing herself. Nothing, ma'am. All taken care of. Mr. Sterling's account. Mr. Sterling? Vanessa repeated. I thought his name was Noah. Noah Sterling, Marcus confirmed. He owns Sterling Enterprises, real estate development. The man's worth millions, but you'd never know it by how he treats people. Regular guy, you know? Vanessa sat down heavily. The stranger who'd helped them wasn't just some kind person. He was wealthy beyond anything she'd imagined, and he'd still stop to help a struggling single mother on a snowy street. That evening, Vanessa looked at the business card Noah had given her. Simple, elegant. Noah Sterling, CEO, Sterling Enterprises. A phone number. She wanted to call and thank him properly. But what would she say? How do you thank someone who gave so much and asked for nothing? Instead, she tucked the card in her wallet, next to Sophie's school photo, a reminder that there were still good people in the world. 3 weeks later, Vanessa took Sophie to the winter carnival downtown. They didn't have much money for extras, but Sophie had been so good, so patient with their struggles, that Vanessa wanted to give her this small joy. They were near the hot chocolate stand when Sophie suddenly pulled on Vanessa's hand. Mommy, Mommy, look! Sophie pointed excitedly. That's the man who fixed our car. Vanessa followed her gaze. Noah stood near the carousel, talking on his phone, looking every bit the successful businessman in his dark coat and tailored suit. Before Vanessa could stop her, Sophie ran over to him. Mr. Noah! Mr. Noah! Noah turned, and his serious business expression transformed into a genuine smile. He ended his call immediately. Sophie! How are you? He knelt down to her level. I'm good. We came to see the carnival. Our car works really good now. It doesn't make the scary noises anymore. Vanessa caught up, breathless and embarrassed. Sophie, you can't just run off like that. I'm so sorry, Noah. We don't mean to bother you. You're not bothering me, Noah said, standing. This is the best interruption I've had all week. How are you, Vanessa? Better, thanks to you, she admitted. I've been meaning to call and thank you properly, but I didn't know what to say. What you did for us, it meant everything. The car, the ride, your kindness. You saved us, I helped, Noah corrected gently. But you're the one saving your family every single day. Working 2 jobs, raising a wonderful daughter. That takes real strength. Can Mr. Noah come on the carousel with us? Sophie asked suddenly. Sophie, he's busy, Vanessa started. Actually, Noah interrupted. I'd love to. If that's okay with your mom? Vanessa saw something in his eyes. Loneliness, maybe. Or the same need for simple human connection that she felt. Okay, she agreed. They rode the carousel, Sophie between them on a painted horse, squealing with delight. Noah and Vanessa stood beside her, steadying her, and caught each other's eyes over Sophie's head. Vanessa saw warmth there and recognition, and something that might have been hope. After the ride, Noah bought them hot chocolate, despite Vanessa's protests. Let me do this, he said. Not because you need charity, but because I'd like to spend time with you both. Because meeting you and Sophie reminded me what matters. Not business meetings or profit margins, but moments like this. Simple kindness. Real connection. They walked through the carnival, Sophie between them holding both their hands. People glanced at them, probably seeing a family, and Vanessa didn't correct the assumption. For a little while, she let herself imagine what that might feel like. Can I tell you something? Noah said quietly while Sophie was distracted by the lights. That day I helped you. I was on my way to a meeting that I thought was the most important thing in the world. $1 million deal. Career-defining moment. I saw you on the side of the road and almost didn't stop. I almost chose business over humanity. But you did stop, Vanessa said. Because I heard my sister's voice in my head, telling me that people matter more than deals. That the richest person isn't the one with the most money, but the one with the most love in their life. He paused. I've been alone for a long time, Vanessa. By choice, mostly. Focused on work because it was easier than risking my heart. But meeting you and Sophie, I remembered what I've been missing. Vanessa felt tears prick her eyes. We're nothing special. Just a struggling single mom and her daughter trying to get by. You're everything special, Noah said firmly. You're brave and strong, and you raised a daughter who sees the good in people, who ran up to a virtual stranger with pure joy because she remembered kindness. That's remarkable. Sophie tugged on their hands. Can we get cotton candy? Absolutely, Noah said. Blue or pink? Pink, Sophie declared. They got cotton candy, played carnival games, took photos with the giant snowman, and through it all, Vanessa felt something she hadn't felt in years. Safety. The sense that someone was there, really there, not waiting for something in return, but just wanting to share the moment. As the carnival closed, Noah walked them to Vanessa's car. Thank you for letting me crash your evening, he said. This was the best night I've had in longer than I can remember. You didn't crash anything, Vanessa said softly. You made it special. Sophie was already buckled in her car seat, drowsy with sugar and happiness. Can I see you again? Noah asked. Not because I'm trying to rescue you or because I feel sorry for you, but because I enjoy your company. Because you and Sophie make me remember who I want to be. Someone who values people over profits. Someone who stops to help strangers. Someone capable of something more than work. Vanessa looked at this man who'd appeared like a miracle in the snow. Who'd helped without expectation. Who'd treated her with respect and dignity when many would have looked down on her circumstances. I'd like that, she said. But Noah, I need you to understand. I come with complications. A daughter, 2 jobs, student debt, an ex who pays no child support. I can't afford fancy restaurants or designer clothes. My life is messy and hard, and nothing like what you're probably used to. Noah took her hand gently. My life is empty, expensive restaurants and clothes I never wear and a house too big for one person. Your life has laughter and love and a daughter who makes me smile just by being herself. I'll take messy and hard over empty and comfortable any day. Their first official date was at a pizza place, with Sophie as their unofficial chaperone. Their second was at a park, where Noah pushed Sophie on the swings while Vanessa watched and wondered how this was her life. Their third date was just the 2 of them, after Sophie's grandmother agreed to babysit. They talked for hours about everything and nothing, about loss and struggle and hope, about building lives from broken pieces. I don't want to be your charity case, Vanessa said at one point. Or your good deed. I need to know this is real. Noah reached across the table and took her hand. You're the realest thing in my life. The first person in years who didn't see dollar signs when they looked at me. Who didn't want something from me. You wanted to give me something. Hope. Purpose. A reason to be better. 6 months later, Noah proposed. Not with a flashy public display, but at home, with Sophie present, because she was part of this too. I'm asking both of you, he said, kneeling with a ring in one hand and a pink bracelet in the other. Will you be my family? Will you let me love you both for the rest of my life? Will you teach me every day how to be the man I want to be? Vanessa couldn't speak through her tears. Sophie answered for them both. Yes! Can we get a puppy too? They all laughed, and Noah pulled them both into his arms. A year later, they stood together at a benefit for single parents, a cause close to all their hearts. Noah had used his wealth to create a foundation that helped families like Vanessa had been, providing car repairs, child care assistance, and job training. This started because I stopped on a snowy street, Noah told the crowd, because I remembered my sister's kindness, because I met a woman who taught me that wealth isn't measured in money but in love, and a little girl who reminded me that the smallest gestures can change lives. Vanessa stood beside him, no longer the struggling single mother but his partner, his wife, his equal. Sophie held both their hands, wearing a pink dress and a smile that could light the world. They'd learned that miracles come disguised as strangers who stop to help. That kindness creates ripples that expand far beyond one moment. That sometimes the person we help ends up saving us in ways we never expected. The man who'd fixed their car had fixed something much more important. He'd reminded them both that connection and compassion matter more than circumstances. That love grows in the spaces between struggle and hope. That family isn't always about blood, but about who shows up, who stays, who chooses you every single day, If this story touched you, please like and share it with someone who believes in unexpected kindness and second chances. Subscribe for more stories about finding love and family in surprising ways. Comment below about a time when a stranger's kindness changed your life, or when helping someone else gave you more than you expected. Your story could inspire someone to stop and help, to take that chance, to believe in miracles again.